So it's not just LeBlanc is oppressive, though, in its own right. So I do like that ban, not giving that easy pick over to Xiaohu, but it is the Nico and the Vi ban by Weibo.
Hell, I know we've seen it. Like, even Zeri's picking it up in LCK. Tristana mid, another champion that you can kind of bring out. I've seen. Yeah, Ari, one that I've seen a few people do. There's still like a bunch of things that really still can make this item work. I remember we had some weird AP top lane one the other. You know what? We'll see if Weibo is anything else that they're going to end up cooking with. A big lack of priority on things like the RA Nanny today, kind of funnily enough, with you bringing up that pick, right? We saw in the first series, both let through every game, neither one picked. I wonder if it's going to be the same story here once again.
Did you see that Poppy last ban? So some differences coming into today in both of our series so far.
Zeri
in terms
and
of what
Yumi
is taking
are
those
both
bans.
Are both open as well.
Usually one of them are banned. At least the
Yumi. At least one.
Let's see if they actually get this one off. But it is just one piece to the puzzle. There is an opportunity for the other side to just grab the Yumi and answer back with it. We'll see if maybe there's something waiting in the wings for TT that they want to play with the draft game. We've seen blue side be able to kind of use a little bit of 4D chess so far today.
I guess I'm curious what Weibo would pair alongside it if they did end up taking that one away. Because, I mean, Lucian being the other big one that comes to mind, especially if you want like the early aggression. Yeah, could go with the Aphelios, which is another stock in standard, but we'll see if Weibo do that here. If they
go 8-0.
I guess bring it further. They could also take jungle here. Just, I think having Yumi is even more of a reason if they wanted to look into taking that Wukong. Just really good synergy with him as well to just double down on those engages. But it looks like after saying we've really seen this champion overlooked today, we are going to get it coming out for Xiaohu.
Do like this kind of point and click setup. Just a lot of decisiveness on Weibo's side already. And the thing is, though, you do got to find some good pairs with it. I do expect a very proactive jungler from Weiwei to make sure that this Annie pick goes off. Because we have seen Annie's just kind of go quietly into the night, so to speak. And speaking of not being quiet, we got an insta-lock Azir, but also the Nautilus locked in for the Zeri combo of TT.
So at least, again, going back to identity, right? That was a big kind of hit in our first series, especially towards AL. Like, who are you? Because in LPL, you kind of need to have your comfort to thrive. Yukal on the Azir, Yao Yao on the Nautilus. They're getting their hands on those comfort picks. So Weibo, you've already sold it. It's probably going to be the Aphelios to come out with this Yumi and look to bring that score from 7-0 up to 8-0. And now for Weibo, we need to see some frontline brought out. We need to see some engage really brought into the comp.
You think it's just jungle bans? Just go for Beichuan's campy pull. The Wukong obviously maybe taken out. Because I feel like Weiwei has a lot of options if he wants to go something aggressive, something to pair up with the Annie still. Whereas you're really looking for kind of a bridge builder for TT right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's what would be best, but it's very hard. I guess if they take away the Wukong as well, if they don't plan on just outright snatching that one up for themselves on 4, yeah, there aren't really a lot of great options for Beichuan to even go towards. I mean, you'll have other AD options up, things like the Kazakhs are still available, but wouldn't really fit thematically all that well with your composition, especially with having something like Azir in the mid lane.
You do get that Wukong and Nocturne ban, so all the focus towards jungle so far in the second phase, which can be rightfully so, given the importance of this jungle matchup and what we've seen so far in this series from Weibo Gaming. So we'll see what Weibo would have banned out last here for themselves. It is the Kindred, so again, the aggressive focus towards Beichuan.
Now for the side of TT, Viego, a big one that comes to mind if Weibo wanted to opt into that one. A champion that we know Weiwei throughout his career is very familiar with. And then we're going to be starting to go into like the niche of the pool. Again, Kazakhs will still be like a high tier champion that is still available. I guess you can have Sejuani if you wanted to try to fit like your top lane matchup to pair with her well and try and opt into some kind of 2v2. But for now, TT just going to take away the Gwen, which is a champion when it came out. The Shy was never allowed to get his hands on just because of how winning he was with it. In the words
Remember
of the famous
those
Charlie
Gwen is
Sheen.
immune memes? The clips were of the Shy. No, that's
They
not
really were.
always true, but oh my god, it was actually insane what he was able to do with that one. But now we have counter pick saved for Weibo. Do have a couple options with that one in their top lane. We did see Hoya get a solo bolo on the Shy last time around. So they'll save the jungle counter pick for last for Weibo, and it'll be the Renekton that gets locked in.
Yeah, so kind of signaling, hey, we're going to take this Renekton. We know if we take this Renekton, you'll probably think we want the Sejuani, so you might take it away. And that's one of the options, right? Kind of with the thing jungle pool, take away the Sejuani and then look for something in top that can kind of pair alongside that, get that permafrost going and really play around. I'm interested what Hoya can really even look for here, because Hoya hasn't been much of a bruiser player outside of something like the Cassante in topside would give them even more like peel, but also, right, still having those aggressive beats that Cassante can hit on and find access into the back line. But ooh, or will Hoya change flavors?
It'd be interesting. I would say that Cassante still takes a lot of priority with how strong it can be. He even had that priority in
Think of the day we've had. There's been lots of priority champions that teams have been throwing out the window.
But not this one. Not this one. This one has seen consistency. As maybe that's just a testament to the champion itself. We do get Viego locked in for Weibo, so 5th pick gonna be an important one.
And I think similar, but less so, right? Because it's not about sidelining this time for the side of Weibo, but it's still very like a lot of your power comes through those early skirmishes or being able to find picks with the Annie and the Renekton. Then you're going to get to a point, though, where with the Yuumi, you can just try to run the members of TT down. But TT have range to play with. They have a lot of peel and zone control with the fact that they have the Emperor's Divide. They have Sejuani coming through the jungle. And then, yeah, I guess the only thing we need to keep our eyes on this game is if TT cannot let that gold lead get as out of control as last time, if they could be more conscious of the Baron, Mizel. The Baron.
Yeah, I will say, it's just another flavor of the same iteration of Weibo right now, though. They just want to press at your throat and keep going.
Exactly.
And I do wonder if that's even going to be something that TT can deal with. Yes, they've changed up the approach a tiny bit, but I still feel like there was a lot of questions in terms of the macro movements, the things that Chris was able to set up with his team, but specifically how this mid lane matchup affected the entire map pretty much. We're getting into game 2 now. It's a moment for TT to put up or shut up against Weibo Gaming. They gave some fight back, they had some heart, but it was all Weibo game number 1. And we'll see if game number 2 continues to be that way as Weibo Gaming take on Thunder Talk. I want to hear those gyos ring as we're in our super start of our week 4, and we're hitting the rift now.
No real vision for Weibo other than that Scuttle Crab, and he does go down. So we've seen Baytron trying to have earlier impact in this game, even despite being on the Sejuani, despite having a ton of scaling elements, pretty much all scaling elements on the side of TT. Away on the Shy, though. I love that anytime we pan over top that they are just going at it, heavy trading non-stop.
Do you expect anything less of these two, my friend? And you love to see that. We're actually going to take a look a little bit at the gold. Pretty decently developed by 1xN so far. And on the Zeri, that'll be really, really nice with that first blood. Got to continue doing that, though, because Weibo will be continuing to move on the map. We have Rift Herald coming up very shortly here.
And now, things like Glacial Prison being online can even be more playmaking potential for TT to work around. As we're going to see here what happens in bot side.
No.
Getting the nice cinematic.
No.
You know, if there's a cinematic like of a champion I want being taken down, it is definitely the Yuumi. Nice interrupt coming out from Baychuan. And then just
doing
being able
the
to
world
run
a
her down the
favor,
flail.
honestly.
Yeah. You know, it's not like Weibo came like running in. Weiwei.
Oh, he doesn't get the connection. Here comes the engage from UCal. The depth charge finally used on Xiaohu, but Weiwei is picking him apart right now. If Weiwei gets this soul, he starts popping off. He has to flash. Yao Yao can't hit that engage. 1xN is going for Xiaohu. Can he get him? He takes him down, but a double kill has already gone to Weiwei. As a TP from Hoya resets the fight, Light has finally joined, and Weiwei out here. Hoya's trying to chase him down. He should be able to get out of here, and Hoya and a Yao Yao are on the wrong side of town here. The Shy coming over to push mid lane and join this tussle. Could be a tricky one for TT to navigate.
Yeah, keeping them there by hitting that blast plant. She's going to try and slowly whittle them down.
They got the Hex Flash over, but that just means you're the first one to go down. Yao Yao chased out the Shy. Wants it. The Shy, the head, the hunter, the predator. He's found blood. As Hoya's trying to fight back, he goes all out. He's faced this croc before, and he just wants to get out. Big1 trying to help him. Can't he see him? He gets over the wall. The Shy, the hungry monster, can't find the kill.
Weibo just can't say no to anything. They want everything that can be taken. Great fight coming out from Weiwei. Not going to be able to convert these picks into a neutral objective. Going to need some resets to come out first, which will allow TT to get back and try and maybe get control of the map once again.
We got gold in some right places here. 2-0-1 for Weiwei. On the side of Weibo, just completed Divine Thunder. On the other side, 2 kills for 1xN. Trinity Force completed on the Zeri. While you're still waiting for a couple item spikes to really make that thing come online, it feels good for TT to get this dragon under their belt.
Yeah, TT get dragon, but Weibo once again kind of opted into the gold trade by having the Shy instantly TP back to top, push that in, and take more plates. So very similar trajectory to last game in Weibo.
A bit caught out here. That's the Glacial Prison back, but they are getting surrounded here by Weibo, or Weibo is rather, as they're trying to get Yao Yao caught down. The Heartbreaker wants to come out. The reset's there for Weiwei, and Light has shown up as well. Yukao couldn't find that flank he was on, and that just means Weibo execute the fight yet again.
And we were wondering about Yuumi and like what ADC they'd pair it with. It's not even about the ADC, is the Shy now. I think Yukao should be fine. He's on a Nazir. He ain't getting pinned down. But it's not about Yuumi plus the ADC, right? It's all about Yuumi and Viego this game really being the ones to take over. And going back to an earlier conversation you brought up about how's Weiwei been doing, and honestly, it's been quite impressive how well he's fit into the Weibo gaming ranks.
So feels like a long time coming for Weiwei, who not the Shy man coming over from his long time 10 years on Suning.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, actually, perfect transition, right? Like kind of the homecoming for a Weiwei, growing up in like Suning S, the Suning LDL team back in 2018 before being promoted to like the premier Suning roster in 2019, playing with people like Mabel, like Angel, like Long Xing, back when he was known as Xiao Al. So nice full circle.
It is indeed, and a nice full circle in this game too for Weibo. Maybe matching their mascot a little bit there in the top right corner, because it's looking real good right now. Got full item spikes coming up. Xiaohu very Xiaohu very close to
I gotta point out,
we're not gonna talk about that one.
That is the perfect representation of TT's like synergy these days compared to last split.
It
really is. It's sad. It hurts. I love
it.
Spring TT. Spring TT were absolute gangsters. It is not Spring anymore.
Summer has come. The Shy in the side lane. We've seen this story play out before, but he doesn't have as many items this time. As he's actually going to try to get this fight baited out. He will not get engaged on thus far. Going to go back in, try to clear up. You got TP coming. They just really want to make some crocs out of the Shy. He gets engaged on by Yao Yao, and Yukao picks up the kill.
And right there, people want to be like, why'd the Shy dash in? You get the idea. You even said it. Dash in, clear out the wave, try and get the hell back out. Don't let them take anything. Does end up going down, but at least buys a lot of time, pulls a lot of attention, which allows for Weibo to get what's going to look like 2 turrets, right? Just picked up mid. They should be able to pick up top off this as well. They're going to have another turret that they'll get later on because of this play with that Rift Herald too.
TT get an inch. Weibo, on the other hand, take a mile. As that is multiple towers down. That is vision for Weibo established around the map. Pressure in mid lane as well. And a big gold lead developing for Weibo. It's a bit of an egg for TT to try and crack. And I do still love their team fight composition. But again, we've seen Weibo pick that apart. They will not go into those team fights if they don't have to. And they're just going to be looking for picks with this comp.
Exactly. And that's what I want to remind people. That game 1, we really didn't see any real team fights until Weibo had accrued a massive gold lead. This one seems like the same as the Shy. We're going to see try to slice and dice in, throw out the Q, clear the wave, dominus, and try to slice and dice back out. But committing so many members.
And Weiwei likes that. He wants that. Xiaohu, he does not get the engage, but there's a Moonlight Vigil there. That's huge. Is this the moment that Light steps up to the plate? He's gonna flash for one more kill. He's got the blast cone. He's going over as well. The Shy is already engaged, and Light is ripping him a new one. These chakrams hurt, and Weibo Weibo with the Reset City will try and take them down one by one. Everybody's gone, and that is a huge win for Weibo.
Light showing us why he's 7-0 on the Aphelios split, why it looks like he's guaranteed to make it up to 8-0. And just the way they put the small nuances of people like Weiwei backing up, waiting for the time to come back in. And I love that we're jumping right into the replay because Xiao flops. Xiao goes in, tries to find the massive Tibbers, doesn't connect with anyone. He's going to get blown up. But look, Moonlight Vigil to start things off coming out from Light. Xiao might get taken down, but Light pretty much able to solo out this Cassante. And now for Weibo, you got to be a little bit strategical. Weiwei has to back off, wait for Light to get back in as the Shy tanks, and then buy time for Light to take people down. So the resets can keep coming out, and you can keep running them down. So really nice play by the members of Weibo, but Light, I agree, really was the catalyst.
The final tap 3 used back. Xiaohu, this is your moment for redemption. 1xN! He does get it blocked, but it's still big on the back line. You get the reset now from Hoya getting a kill. Can they get back? Yucal finds a big one with the Emperor's Divine.
found it.
And Weibo, they're falling apart here. TT, they take a big fight. That's a Baron.
TT take a fight where they know that Light can't follow. They end up getting the picks they need, and this is going to be a Baron. My God, did Weibo throw, but great job by TT to turn it around and dissuade the AD carry from coming in. This could be the start of the comeback, Mazel. This could be it.
This could be it, he says, and it comes off of the nice decision from Yao Yao to flash engage. Xiaohu trying to find the engage here, but it's that safety.
Exactly, like, okay, the damage comes out, but cleanse to follow. And now look where Light is. Really awkward position to walk in. You're gonna walk the other way past, you know, Yao Yao Beichuan. Gonna be able to walk around past Yucal. There's nowhere to enter. And because of that, just the other members of Weibo getting pinched by the entirety of the TT team. They have a great team for pinching. You have a Sejuani on one side, a Cassante on the other. Where are you going? You aren't going anywhere.
You are not going to be finding anything there as a 6,000 gold lead diminishes in the snap of a finger. 2,000 now is that gold advantage for Weibo. And while they still do have the pick potential, it is a 5-on-5 team fight comp that TT had culminated in now and are working towards making the main staple of this game too.
Like I said, I really feel like it has to be a bit slower pace from them. That last one worked because Light wasn't involved, but to where I feel like this comp does have a lot of playmaking potential when you have like triple engage Cassante, Sejuani, and you know, the Nautilus, and also Azir can do the same. Just the fact that if you go for these plays and you overstep even slightly, that opens up for a potential reset for Weiwei, is why I think TT have to be a little bit more cautious now. But the Baron and having these pros available, they can try and use the siege that Azir offers to be able to start getting this gold back in their favor.
Also, 1xN very close to 3 items, and they still have another minute 15 seconds on this Baron buff too. That tier 2 tower gives them a lot of extra gold as well. Weibo hunting a little bit as resets were coming through for TT. That's exactly where you want to try to strike with Weibo.
So 1xN getting that Titanic Hydra, right? Because he's pretty damn close.
He is, but for Light, you know, how many times has it had to come up to his number when he was on LNG, when he caused so much chaos? But now Xiaohu wanted to try to get out of this one. He will be dragged back and put in the grave. He got a nice TP coming in from the Shy. He'll pop his Dominus. It's a 3v4 now, at least at this point, as Weiwei will get that heart reset. It's Yucal down, and that's actually a big point of power for TT off the board.
Still nothing to really convert into for either team, right? Neither team. Look at the map. There's even barely any jungle camps, so Beichuan can go and take some of his camps off the table, but those are just kills for the sake of kills, which we love. We'd love more of, if I'm being honest. But what a disparity. Game 1, MVP performance, brings out the status Cheval Blanc, comes in Game 2, and just has not been able to find his same footing. Picked off again and again. It's only going to get harder as the Titanic Hydra has finally been finished.
I'm surprised we didn't see the Ahri come through. It's a pick that I feel like had so much priority and just has been let through like every single game so far. We do see those 2 items and now a 3rd item for 1xN, like we were kind of alluding to coming up. And This is where TT say, we'll just fight you on timers. It's up to you to make decisions in the downtime to try to upend this defensive strategy coming out from us.
I agree. TT, I mean, and TT have still been on the front foot. They know. I mean, they just feel like such a secure unit as a group, kind of doing what we saw earlier in the day. Drop sides, stack up, run them down just with the amount of like frontline meat tanks you have. Get the Azir passive set up behind you. And then it just really deny Weibo any space from being able to play the map at all.
You just got Zanya's completed for UCal there as well, so that's another big defensive option for them. It's a little bit of buying of time from TT, seeing what Weibo want to offer, getting some vision out here. You do have Baron spawning in about 45 seconds. Xiaohu within its side lane pressure right now. He's away from the team, and TT is grouping up.
TT have just been such a fan of playing these sorts of these like one lane. There's really no way to walk forward. We're seeing Light be able to get some damage on sometimes, but Xiao, he is fishing for it.
He was looking for a bit of a flash tippers play. Beichuan going to take the brunt of the engage from the Shy, but he takes about half his health as well. There goes the engage wide. Xiaohu with the big engage. He got the Moonlight Vigil in the back line as well. Big fight from Light again. He's found front to backs like this before. Everybody's gone golden, and Weibo might just find that golden end. Light is ripping him again. The chakrams, but no 1xN. He might find that actual play, the godlike moment, as UCal helps shut down Xiaohu. Weibo, they thought they had the fight, but it's 1xN and co that make it stick. You got Light popping off. He's still got Crisp with them. It's an ADC versus ADC world, and what a world we live in here, Lyric.
Yeah, we see exactly what happens when both ADCs are left untouched. Weibo looking like they did the exact fight they wanted with an early reset, able to come out when Yao Yao went down, but neither team going to be able to touch that Baron. We'll see exactly how it went down here, because Weibo, Xiaohu has been so itching to start a fight off. This time does get a Timber Stun at least onto one, and this leads him with the Moonlight Vigil to find the burst onto Yao Yao. GA will bring Wei Wei back so he can keep going, but the whole time 1xN is going to be unloading damage onto the other members of TT.
Hoya's insane right there.
I mean, yeah, Hoya managed to pull it through, but I still feel like the biggest thing with Weibo not really having that access, not able to bring the Shy off on the flank, which allows 1xN to find a bit more, but having interference with the Yuumi means that Light at least gets some answers back.
And as we said before that long pause, Light is the pillar. He is the one you look to. The Rohirrim in the west, if you will, for Weibo here in this game. It is the Aphelios 4-item spike now. TT back on the map, wanting to threaten this Baron, but there's a minute and a half till Dragon, and that would be Soul for TT.
And now we kind of need to take stock once again of where we're at with summoners, because now most are blown, but look at who still has that flash up. It is 1xN. Still the massive threat that needs to be respected. Now 4M's finally matching with where Light's been, because Light, we need to remember, had a significant lead for a while.
Ooh. On a little bit wide there. Zanya's just came up for UCal, so you have a little bit of defensive play. Wei Wei getting about half health. Hoya going a little bit low. Tippers goes in. Big final chapter as well on top of it. UCal, he will not go down. He finally does as Light shuts him out. And Weibo, they found the preemptive fight. And that's another one that goes down to Light. Everything shining bright for Weibo.
And now Weibo, 4 members dead. Are they going to barrel down the base? They're going to look for a Baron. You have some 40-second death timers on the whole top side, but 1xN not even going to give them an option. Going to end up clearing out this wave as the Shy. Utilizing the TP in an interesting way to make sure that that cannon stays alive and try to lock him down.
He got the cannon with the lightning crash, and now 1xN trying to make it out with the great escape. Does have a lot of stable fighting on the way out of this one, and they are scared.
She's going to distract them, but at least the other members of Weibo know, hey, we need to do something diligent with our time. Going to send the other members to pick up that Baron.
That is it. And all 5 members of Weibo Gaming will be wearing big old purple capes coming back onto the map.
Now TT are going to have some members that do respawn first, so they can get back on the map quickly. Maybe trying to get some vision down for this Dragon, but still, with the fact that you're missing your AD carry, this should just be Weibo's. You can already see the Gasante, the Sejuani heading up towards that top side. So acknowledging they don't even want to go for any type of like cheeky, Beitron goes for a smite, maybe he goes down but gets the Drake, because then that just opens up Weibo sieging down your base with this Baron.
And we had talked a lot in game number 1 about the Shy and Xiaohu, their additions. We even brought up Wei Wei with his new addition to the team and really trying to make something work here. And I think Wei Wei and Light have to be my big highlights for this second game. I think we've seen such a step up from them, obviously facilitated by a lot of their team's effort, but it's decisiveness in team fights that you always look for.
Yeah, and Wei Wei here being decisive, locking it down the Cassante, and then Xiaohu, again, he's willing to use this off cooldown, gets the initial stun onto the Azir, and then huge Moonlight Vigil to follow up on it again to make sure that he gets low. And I love the Shy. Again, buying time, gets in there, has the stun come out from the W, and they're just able to keep running down the members of TT with Beitron kind of off to the side, not providing anything with the flopped ult.
Now you got about 1:40 on this Baron buff. Already 1,500 on the power play. TT still on a 5v5. Look mighty scary. And you did get your 4th item spike for UCal. That Rabadon is going to be massive damage. We're full item spike now for Light. We're close for 1xN. Everybody's guns are online. It's just who's going to blow up who first.
And now we're at a different point, right? Light's flash about to come up. 1xN's still down. Now this is where Wei Wei can really start looking to continue being decisive. Still a bit of time on this Baron to do things with, but you have a lot of wave clear coming out for TT as we see here. Azir able to join in. What 1xN is providing with this build at this point in the game. So it becomes very hard for Weibo to be able to close out without winning a fight. So it might even take waiting for next Dragon, unless someone oversteps from TT, because I don't know if we'll see Weibo go for any type of dive. It'd be so risky.
Ooh, that's a attempted engage by Beitron, but the tower actually eventually falls. They actually catch out Hoya here. Timbers comes down and Hoya's just gone. Again, Light over and over and over is the saving grace of Weibo.
Still feels like Hoya a bit of an overextension there. They were trying to set up a play to make and find the engage. We saw Beitron start off and Hoya walking forward, but it just gave Weibo the opportunity to answer with one of their own, and now they will be able to start pushing down inhibitors and maybe find the engage.
Oh my god, 1xN! That's a Moonlight Vigil. Yao Yao takes it, but he goes down. Surviving is 1xN, but his team falling apart around him. Weibo, you had to wait a long time for it in this game too, but pauses be damned. Weibo will clean sweep Thunder Talk Gaming and improve to 5-2.
Great showing from Weibo. A little bit disheartening with TT of how it ended there, because it feels like they could have at least tried to outlast the Baron. Maybe your base gets torn apart a little bit. It's in shambles. But as long as you can wait, survive until the next fight can come through, and maybe you feel a little bit more confident with that flash coming up for your AD carry, and you even finish off it, and she gets full build, right? Because she wasn't too far off. Only needed to finish off that last item, but overextension a little bit. Weibo are able to find the decisive game-winning fight, and all coming off that pick. Just good to see. Much better series from Weibo, because let's even remember, this one ended up being close. Weibo had a commanding lead early on until they ended up throwing and kind of looking for a fight where Light wasn't able